Well, I'd say that what MD's getting here with me is a very experienced Premier League manager. Arguably, there's only 2 or 3 who've got more experience, games in the Premier League. I think I've probably got the biggest win rate out of a certain amount of managers as well. So I think if you're putting it that way, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win.
Oh fuck, I've gone and pissed myself. What do I look like covered in this? I look like a fucking loser drenched in piss. I was gonna sing about yourself, but instead I went and pissed myself. At least I've not lost all self-respect until now, because oh fuck, I've gone and shit myself. Well, would you look at this? I'm all covered in piss and shit. Just earlier I was looking swell, but by golly now I smell. And that's too bad, because I was gonna sing about yourself, but instead I shit and piss myself.
The Daily Ramble podcast.
Hello Hammers fans, David Moyes here, and you're watching Claret and Booze. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello everyone, welcome to Claret and Booze Friday Night Live. Mick, how you doing?
Oi, oi. Yeah, I'm all right. You?
Yeah, not bad, mate, not bad. I'm surprised you fucking remembered how all this stuff works. You've been gone for so long.
Well, I didn't, did I? I had to ask you, where are we? What we doing? Do you know what, though? Let me just say, because I've had a couple of messages.
Go on.
A few people have asked me, like, am I all right? Where am I?
Yeah, he's not all right.
But I've never been all right. But no, I'm good as gold, to be fair to you. Look, I've started a new job, love it. It's been really, I've been doing a lot of exams on it. But then also, I've just had enough of football this season. It absolutely drained the life out of me. So
that's a great way to start a football show, Mick.
Yeah, but no, but don't you be like that. Don't follow me. It's done my
mate. It's done me as well. It's like we had Kerry WhatsApping us yesterday. You know, the updates on the Spain-France game. I can't bring myself to watch any football. It's poisoned me against football. It has the last season, but we're going to put all that to bed. The reason I played the Moyes intro, first of all, I couldn't find any other intro videos. Second of all, it's a reminder of better times before Potter and Lopetegui, you know, just so we can go back and reminisce to how good things were when Moyes was here, just to remind you all right? Just thought I'd do that.
Be careful what you wish for.
But yeah, so Mick, have you been? I don't think you've been following any of the news at all, have you?
No, I have. Of course, I have. I'm following it, but I just don't believe it. It does give me the ump a little bit. Like, there is actually something I want to address tonight, really, and that is this goalkeeping situation. Right now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for having a better player in any position that we've got. So whether that's, even if there was a better player than Bowen on the right, I'll be up for having him. But you telling me that the goalkeepers that we're looking at are anywhere near as good or better than Areola? No. So it makes me fucking laugh why people, that's not, for me, that's not like the position we should be going for. It should be
it's not our main problem, is it?
Absolute fucking main problem. Absolutely not. Like, instead of looking at like goalkeepers, why not look at the central defenders in front of the goalkeepers? They're shit.
He's determined to make this 5 at the back work. If it kills him, he's got to build a completely new team. We've got a squad that was built on 4 at the back. That's what we've got, and he's coming and insisting on trying to sort of force his system. None of them was I'm playing out from the back, which is what made Areola look shit, because he ain't that type of keeper. And the type of mistake that we saw from Areola, you know, the pass out from the back, that type of thing. You go and get Robert Sanchez. I shared a video with you earlier on, the 2-minute calamity clip of Robert Sanchez, right? It's the comments. So honestly, the geezer's he's a mess, that goalkeeper. But if you have a look at the comments, I was like, this geezer makes 2 Areola passes per game. He passes straight to the opposition twice a game, apparently. because they're trying to play it from the back. It's the same sort of thing. So, yeah, I didn't know too much about Robert Sanchez because I haven't really paid much attention to Chelsea. I do know a lot about the other one that we're linked with, Ramsdale. Definitely don't want him. I mean, my God. But yeah, this other one, I really don't want. And like you said, how can it really be a priority when you look at the mess that we've got everywhere else?
But
How can that be a priority? Seriously.
It does make me laugh though when I do see, and it's not to like diss any other channel. I love West Ham channels, but when some of them say like we need to replace Areola, why? Why do we need to replace Areola? He's done nothing wrong. He's made a couple of mistakes, but to me, that's down to the fucking look who he's got in front of him. Come on now.
No.
Come on now. Like that's just ridiculous. And that he's
look who he's got in front of him, Mick, and then look who they've got in front of them. So
It's
defence
just
and then
fucking-
midfield.
It's just no wonder. Right, what they should do instead of playing at the back, Areola should lob it up to like fucking Bowen.
Bypass a lot of them. Just bypass a lot of them. That's what they should do.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what they should do. Like I think it was what was it? I think it was I can't remember now. Gio, I think, was saying about like the goal. That's how he wants to play, doesn't he? He wants to play like with
Wants to play it out from the back. Yeah.
football. Like so, but why would you look at goalkeepers who are like one of the worst at doing that? Either.
Well, Ramsdale's got better distribution than Areola, but he ain't no good playing out from the back. That's the reason that they got rid of him at Arsenal. It's the reason Raya came in, because he rates himself. He really thinks he's a proper player. So he gets caught out all the time. He's susceptible. He fucks around. He's susceptible to a high press. And Ramsdale, have you seen the clip of the podcast that he did with Ian Wright?
I did.
Oh,
like,
mate. I can only concentrate for like 15 minutes. And I start sort of wandering around, you know, having a look in the crowd, looking for tips and things like that.
Yeah? Don't get me wrong. Everyone thinks I've got ADHD, yeah? I don't believe in it, but everyone thinks I've got ADHD because I can't concentrate on something. But I'm not a fucking goalkeeper for a Premier League team. Do you know what I mean?
You're not getting paid £100,000 a week to concentrate for 90 minutes once a week.
Honestly, if I was getting paid £100,000 to concentrate, that ADHD thing would go right out the window. I would be super focused. £100,000? Oh,
£100,000 a week.
Pence, yeah, ain't it, man?
Yeah.
Pence.
But yeah, so no, I'll make you right. For me, Areola. I like Areola. I think he's not right if you're insisting on wanting to play it from the back, if that's how you want to do it. But I don't know. I'm just starting to think that style of football as well. I think we're going to get found out next year, even if he gets these players that he wants in, because because Brighton do it as well. Brighton play it from the back. Even now, ever since he's gone, they've still continued to fucking do that, right?
Yeah.
Well, their goalkeeper, he's got the most unforced errors in the league next to the geezer from Chelsea. 5, because they're forced to do it. They're forced to fuck around and hold on to the ball. What's this? I'd take Big Ange. Yeah. But I'd take I'd take Carrick as well. You know, but it is. I'll tell you what. That is a big one. I mentioned it on the show the other day, didn't I? I told you he was going to get sacked, and people are talking about Thomas Frank. It's not going to be. It's going to be Marco Silva. But that for me, that is a sliding doors moment. The most recent one. We've had plenty of them under Sullivan, and that was when we had that terrible season, which is what that clip was taken from. Terrible season, and we won the cup, and then rather than thinking to yourself, right, we've got away with one there, we have, you know, it's great, we've got Europe next year. I don't know how we've done it, but we've got it. You know, we've got a good foundation for a squad. It'd be so easy for a manager to come in now, attract other players, good foundation to build on. Let's go again. They didn't do it. They just stuck with a man that he was always he was failing anyway. 18 months he'd been failing in the league before that.
Yeah.
And Spurs have done the exact opposite of us. They've won the cup up. They've won the Europa League. They've got Champions League next year. They've sacked their manager and they're going out and getting Marco Silva, who we should have been getting him. Apparently the deal was agreed. If Moyes didn't win that trophy, he was gone. Silva was coming in. It was done. And then Silva signed his contract again, which meant he had a stupid, long, fucking a high release clause, which is about 17 million, I think. But I think Thomas Frank's one's 9 million as well.
9 million.
That's who Spurs are. The two that they're talking. It is going to be Silva though. And it does make me sick.
This is what I'm saying, Mikey. Look, Ramsdale with Kilman and Tadipo.
Oh, mate.
General Brass and Soucek in midfield. But this is what I'm saying. People talking about Areola. Right, Areola, remind me, people, yeah? Sorry, Steve Bell, I'll come to your comment in a minute, mate. Remind me, people, did he come from Swansea? Like, did he have a season out in Swansea?
Oh, Ramsdale.
No, Areola.
Fulham.
On loan. Was it Fulham?
Fulham, and he was good. He was really good, yeah.
Fulham, I think they got relegated, but he got their player of the season.
It was like, no, Fabianski was at Swansea. That's who you're thinking about.
No, Fabianski was at Swansea. That when they got relegated, he was their player of the season. Yeah. And the same with Areola at Fulham.
Ramsdale ain't player of the season.
But Ramsdale's got clanger of the season, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know. So, I went on, because we're all on Chat GPT now, aren't we? We're all, cheers, Stevie. Should we do it? Does it work? Right. So earlier on, because we all like a bit of Chat GPT now, we don't think for ourselves anymore. We just fucking talk to our phones. And I asked them I was talking about goalkeepers, and then I asked them about defenders as well. I'm going to just confirm it now. 1 minute. Premier League defenders. Most mistakes leading to goals. 24-25 season. Right, let's just let that load up. 1 minute.
Hey, look.
Don't take long.
Do you remember? Look, saying about the comments on Potter with playing 7 defensive players. Towards the end of the season, he was playing 8 defensive players.
Yeah. Can I show you, after the conclusion of the 24-25 Premier League season, the defenders with the most errors leading directly to goals were? Can you see the name at the top?
No, I can't. It's too small.
Taylor Harwood Bellis.
Oh. You know, we should get him.
No, so we're linked to him. So we're linked with Ramsdale. We're linked with Ramsdale and his defender. Basically, 2 of the 4 defenders that made up one of the shittest defences in Premier League history to add to our defence, which is shit already. I think it'd be really good business, Mick. It'd be about 25, 30 million. Be a bargain, mate. Be a snip.
Oh, mate. They're going to turn it around. We're going to get Europe with that.
We are 100%. It's going to happen.
And you know what? It'll be him and Kilman. Him and Kilman and Ramsdale with Wall Price. Fuck my life. This is why I've enjoyed the time off.
You know, Tadebo's going to turn into fucking, I don't know, Maldini when he goes to Man United or something as well, and he's going to be fucking unbelievable. And I think he will, because he is a good player. He's a baller. You can see it. His fitness ain't been right, but I don't know. We've just got players that don't want to be there. I mean, do you know Aguirre? So apparently Potter wanted Aguirre. He was interested. Hello, my handsomes. Do I want big hands now? Yes, I do. But that's throwing me off. What was I saying? Aguirre. So Potter wanted to bring Aguirre back because his style of football. That story was released earlier in the season. Again, you don't know whether it's true. It's not a direct quote from him. But with he had a chat with him. Apparently, he's spoken to him 2 or 3 times. Do you know what the upshot is, Mick?
Go on.
Apparently, Aguirre is requested to not even come back for pre-season. He don't even want to come back for pre-season.
What?
He says,
"Can you blame him?"
No.
Can you blame him?
No. We've released basically via the mouthpieces, right? Via Sean, via other people that we know they are. They've basically said that the only players that are not available to be sold are Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Bowen, which means that they've basically said that Potter doesn't rate the other players. So what happens then in that sort of dynamic? You've already got a bit of a disconnected squad. What if he ends up stuck with all of them, Mick, and we don't get the rebuild that he wants? He's stuck with a load of players that now know he don't want them.
No, I'm happy about that, because I want the same squad as what we had last season.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's gonna be the same squad, barring the players that make the difference. I mean, not Bowen. I don't think Bowen will go unless someone comes in with a stupid offer. But I think Kudus is obviously going to go. I'd take Nunes.
I'd love that.
I'd take Darwin Nunes all day long. It'd be brilliant for us. But yeah, so Kudus won't be there. Paqueta's unlikely to be there one way or the other. You know, that will get resolved. Apparently, they've made their decision. They're just holding back on what it is, which don't sound good to me.
But why would they? Oh, that's just another fucking show because that's annoying. That's just a mug off, mate.
Yeah, because the longer they leave it, if they're going to let him off, the longer they leave it, the worse it's going to be for them. Unless what they're trying to do is come to an out of court settlement. Might be trying to negotiate. They might have come out and said, look, we're fucked up. Rather than you dragging us through the courts trying to sue us for fucking 200 million, can we just have an out of court settlement? Might be. You don't know. Maybe. Or the other side of it is they could have him banged to rights and they could be trying to enforce a worldwide ban so that. Because otherwise, at the moment, all that will happen is he'll just be banned in England. Not.
I thought that's what they were going for in the first place. I thought.
Yeah, but it takes time. It takes time to filter through all the FAs.
Well, it's been fucking 2 years, isn't it?
I know. So, but yeah, so Aguirre ain't going to be back. If he does, he ain't going to be happy. There's no. What's that?
Sorry, what was a Brooking asshole? What happened?
I've not heard this.
Ian, what was it, mate?
I've not heard this. What have I missed? I've got to Google it. Hang on. Well, that would be fucking devastating.
Liam, that new kit ain't this year. It's next year, isn't it? I think it's Umbro's last year. A wife passed away.
Oh, his wife passed away. All right, okay.
His wife passed away.
Oh, condolences, Sir Trev.
Horrible news.
Yeah, horrible news. Yeah, no, it's. I don't know, and obviously there's a midfield that we're still concerned about. You've got that Onyekuri bloke that we're apparently linked with.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him, mate.
Oh, Amanda loved that, didn't she? She was pissing herself at that.
Onyekuri?
Well, actually, she asked if that was his real name.
Yeah, it's the same thing. On your dicky or on your Cora. It's the same thing, isn't it?
She was genuine. She was like, is that his real name? Onyekuri.
So we're sort of linked with him. I think they're getting a bit desperate. Apparently, so I've actually heard this is confirmed as well. They've tried again. It's too late. They've tried again with Gomez, but that's not going to happen. You know, not now. So I don't think there's much of a plan there now because I'm not saying that Potter and Macaulay wouldn't have had a plan, Mick. I reckon they would have had a plan between them. They would have. They would have sat down between themselves and gone, right, these are the players we want out. These are the players we want in. You know, this is how we want to do it. To be fair to them, that's what they would have done, 100%. But you know it ain't going to go how they want it to go. Even if it did, I wouldn't be that pleased with it because I don't really want Potter FC. But what I'm saying is it's going to be a mishmash. They're not going to get their own way. They're not going to get all their players in, are they? It's never going to happen.
But then I also got a feeling that if it's the players that I think he just wants to turn us. It looks like, that he wants to turn us into like what he had at Brighton.
Yeah, which was five years ago. That version of Brighton.
Yeah, but exactly that. But I'm not being horrible, and this is what you're saying. When I said about we're a bigger club than Brighton, I'm genuinely mean the bigger, like the bigger quality of players. And I think that you said it yourself, Nick. It's a case of downgrading the players to look like you're doing half a decent thing with the team that you've got. It's just, but we shouldn't be like that. We should
downgrade the squad to suit him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, downgrade the squad. Yeah, sorry, you say it better. It's just fucking mental for me, and that's why I've got no faith in this. Do you know, so I was saying this is the first ever time that the season's ended, and I've felt a massive relief that it's ended, but not excited for the start of next season. See, because I've always been, oh shit, the season's ended. I'm bored now because I want my football back, and I can't wait for next season to start. Got none of that this season. Really ain't.
I'll tell you what we'll do. Right, we'll start. We'll do some. Because we've got a few people watching. It's a lot more than what I thought there'd be on a Friday night with it in the off-season. 250. So I'll do some polls. Right, we'll get you all involved. We're going to ignore the manager. We're going to ignore the board that we've got. Right, pretend that you are the chairman of West Ham United and the manager. You know, and you're a player manager. You've got this current squad. Who would you get rid of? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go throughout the show. I'm going to drop players in there. Let me just pull up.
I think it'd be easier to say who would you fucking keep. I think there's about four people.
I'd keep a lot of players.
Can you swap us over, Nick?
Why?
People can't handle it that I'm on the left side.
Oh, you can do that as well, mate.
Do I? I don't know how to do it. You're joking.
You can't drag and drop now.
Oh yeah. You learn something new every day.
Okay, now I'm working with amateurs here.
Good, Gaza. Yep, me now, mate.
Right.
Did anyone see the Spain and France game? Right, so then I didn't, but Happy Amaret was talking about it. But that's where I was saying I've just got no interest in watching another game of football until the start of next season. Right, Alec has gifted one Claret Booze membership.
Oh,
so
top
get
man,
on
Alec.
it.
Top man. Right, so I'll tell you what. We'll start with a goalkeeper. Think about it, right? Let's ignore, because we'll go by the Athletics guidelines for a start. By the Athletic, they've released a report about how close clubs are and what their wiggle room is with PSR. We've apparently got 95 million to spend. We're high up. We've got a lot to spend this year. So let's play with 95 million. If you want more, we've got to sell players.
Yeah,
right?
all right.
So we'll try and build this together. I don't know how well it'll work. So the goalkeeper.
Yeah, what about him?
Goalkeeper. Do you want to sell him?
No.
Sell. Keep. Right, so I'll put that one out there first. We'll start the poll.
Right, I can't vote.
No, you can't vote.
I probably could if I got on my phone, but I'm not going up. I'll say keep. Yeah, well done.
So we'll see. We'll get an idea of what people would like to do with this squad, because there are players that you could sell, and I'm not saying you'd make money on them. You'd make a loss. Like players like, for me, Mick, I would sell Kilman. I'm gonna come out now. I know I'm jumping the gun, but for me, I'd sell him.
That's not like a breaking news. I'd sell him. I'll take you're gonna take a loss on him, but I'll honestly drop him all day long.
Yeah.
40 million. 40 million.
No. So currently we've got 74 votes, and it's 83% at the moment are saying keep. They're saying keep. Yeah. See, it's not. When you look at it, and we ain't saying that he's the best keeper in the world, but he ain't the fucking problem. I'll tell you, I said it earlier on, Mick. The main problem with Areola is how we're playing.
Look, it's not a problem at all with Areola. As you said, it is the style of play that he wants to play. But that was it. Sorry. So Gio says, this is
Don't
what
get difficult, Ultra. Look.
This is what I was trying to say earlier on, yeah? So when people say...
But one second, but we don't need to spend 20 million on the first team goalkeeper if we've got Areola, do we? That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, no way. So Gio said, sorry, and this is where I wanted to say, fucking hell.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh, nice one, Charles.
Nice one, Charles. Thank you very much.
Pew, 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 pew.
Thank you very much. Top man.
Anyone else want to donate? That's the standard.
That's a curry.
No, sorry.
That's a curry for us too, Mick, that is.
Oh, mate, after your arsehole the other night, they don't need it. He said about when people say, he's a good shot stopper. Well, he's a fucking goalkeeper. That's bread and butter. That's what they should be.
Yeah.
So, and that's what he says all the time. Now, but Areola, the only thing I don't like about Areola, if I'm being honest, is he don't command his area that well. He's quite silent. That's the only thing I'll say goes against him. Other than that, I really like Areola.
Could it be because in any defence, we've all played football before, so in any defence, because not all goalkeepers are mouthy. They're not all. To be honest, Fabs ain't vocal. He's not. But what you need a leader in defence. You need someone who's a bit of a general back there. So whether that's the goalkeeper or whether that's, I'll tell you what, Ramsdale and fucking this other geezer, Sanchez, they're not leaders. So, but I think if you had a proper leader in defence, organising, I think that helps. It clears up confusion. You almost need one person to take charge and others to follow in a defence.
But how the fuck was Kilman ever captain for Wolves?
I don't know. Well, they didn't do very well, did they?
No, he didn't.
When he was captain.
Well, no.
Right, so we're keeping Areola, everyone. You've had your chance. I think most people in the chat have said keep. But in the for those that are writing keep, I'm doing polls for them. So all you got to do is tick a box. All right.
Oh, sorry. I just want to say that though. But if Areola,
I think I can leave him running.
One. But I'm saying to you, tell me who the better goalkeeper is out there than Areola that we can get. Like genuinely, because it ain't Ramsdale, it ain't Sanchez. But I'm all for getting anyone in any position who's better.
Not without paying a lot of money. Of course, there's better keepers. Of course, there's better keepers.
But I'm on about who we can get.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's a mate. This is like a French international goalkeeper from PSG as well. He ain't shit. It's like Soler, right? Napoli are looking like they're going to sign Soler. So you've got Napoli's the Italian champions, Mick, going to be signing Solé. You've got Juventus apparently eyeing up Fulkrug. They want to take him. But anyway, it's fucking annoying. How many players leave and just end up decent? Do you know what I mean? Every time. Right, so who else should I put on there? I'll tell you what, a good one is Emerson. Right. Emerson.
Oh, I'm stuck with that. I'm thinking about that one.
I'll be keeping him, personally. I'm not saying I wouldn't get another left back or right back in, but where we are, because I don't think Scholes is quite ready yet. He will be, but I think I'd rather him play backup for now.
I do. I think he was ready, but I think that I think it's actually disgusting how Potter's treated him. I'm being honest there.
Yeah.
Going against the best left winger in the world, in world football at the time, in Mo Salah, where seasoned left backs have struggled against him. But it's not the fact that he struggled against him. He got done by 2 world-class touches. But then what Potter's done is just dropped him. Totally dropped him. And that's disgusting for like a youngster. So
It is disgusting. I'll tell you what we didn't do.
Yeah, what
for Charles Pearson either. We did. I mean, that definitely deserves fireworks.
Oh, sorry, mate. Pew 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 pew.
100%. There you go.
US dollars are pew pew, bruh.
You can have. How'd you do it? You can have balloons as well. There you go.
Shit! Pop 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 pop.
Yeah. Right, they're a little bit torn so far. So come and get voting, people. There's 300 people watching for Emerson. Would you sell him? Would you keep him? It's 45% say sell, 55% say keep at a minute. So I'll leave that one running for a minute.
I would probably have him as well, Mark. That Kepa. I do like Kepa, but he's also a bit.
Kepa Azibalaga.
Yeah, let's just say Kepa.
Yeah. He's a good keeper.
Oh, yeah, I like Kepa, but could we get him?
I don't know. See, that's the other thing you've got to bear in mind as well. It's all very well us identifying players and going, oh, yeah, I'd like that. It's like people are saying, oh, take that player from fucking Chelsea. These players have got to want to come to West Ham and all. They've got to want to come. You imagine if you're a Chelsea player and they say, oh, we're buying Kudus, you're going to West Ham. You'd be like, fuck off. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Imagine that. If you're at Chelsea, you're at fucking you're training in Chobham, and they say, right, off to the porter cabins, mate. You're going to West Ham.
To be fair to you, I'm surprised fucking Kudus turned down Saudi, because I'd go anywhere than fucking stay at West Ham right now.
No. He knows he's going to get his move, but again, that gives him credibility as well, because look, he ain't going for, because he could have gone to Saudi before he came to West Ham. But he wanted to, we was in Europe at the time. We obviously sold him a dream. Tim obviously sold him a bit of a dream. And
that's why we need Stuydenbeck, because he sells these dreams to people.
Right, well, very marginally. I'm going to have to close that one now because we'll move on to the next one. But we are keeping Emerson. That's 114 votes, 55% say keep. So we're keeping Emerson, all right? We'll have to try and keep track of this as we go. Right, the next one. Who do you reckon, Mick? It's got to be centre-backs, isn't it?
Right,
I'm not going to talk about Mavro because I don't see Mavro as a first-team player. I think he's staying as a backup. He's staying as a backup.
I think that'd be quite interesting. Mitchell, did you take Alex one? Alex gift? Go on, mate.
Cheer. Welcome aboard, Mitchell.
Much appreciated.
Debo. Cheers, Alec. Keep or hang on. Keep. Can't fucking type. Keep or sell.
Has he got options, Emerson? Is there any clubs coming in from him? I know you said like there was always he wanted to go back to.
Yeah, there are Italian clubs that are after him, so I believe. But very cryptic. I mean, he put one tweet out, or it was a tweet, or it was an Instagram. I don't know, one of them platforms, which was really cryptic about the truth will come out, something like that. But then he's done an interview where he's come out and said he's sort of happy, which is strange, which is odd.
With Emerson.
But you can never tell with these players. It's even to a sense with Bowen. Remember Declan Rice telling all the kids that he's going to stay at West Ham, he ain't going to leave, and then a week later he's going to Arsenal. He'd already agreed he's moved to Arsenal. Don't get me wrong, I'm not putting Bowen in his category, the fucking snake.
But I for me, that's always not to discredit it, but it's kind of, I just don't think it's a talking point because I just think he's here for life. I genuinely do.
Yeah.
I think he's
today-
until he retires. I just think that with him getting married or got married, didn't he? Now to
Yeah. He's
Fanny
part of the
Bright.
family now. He's in the family, mate.
Yeah, he's in a family. She's a homebody. She's a homebody. It's not
Yeah.
that he don't earn a good wage. Yeah, I think that he's here for life. To be honest with you,
Right.
to Debo, fit or not, no, I'd get rid of him. I think that
Well, you
I think
would.
the centre backs. I think I'd get rid of him. I think the centre backs need dropping and a whole new change of centre backs. I do.
I'd go the other way to you. I'm
Okay.
not saying you're wrong. There's an argument for it because he's not been good and his fitness has been awful. But for me, he's a talented player. And I think it depends on who you put on the left-hand side. I don't think he's a leader, but you put a proper... Because that left-hand side needs upgrading. It does. Kilman's the problem. Kilman is the problem in our defence. It ain't Sadibo, it's Kilman. If you put a big, beastie general at the back next to Sadibo, he'll keep him in fucking check as well. You know, stop him drifting off because he plays like he's stoned half the time, doesn't he, Sadibo? He does. He's like, I don't know what's going on. But I do like him.
No, I think, and I've thought this though for a while, I think his positioning is terrible as well. But then I think the system we play, I think the whole system, the position is terrible.
I like what Joe said. See, I thought this for a while with the way that he plays because he's a baller. He can play, he can pass, he can carry the ball. To put a player like that in a CDM role, because if you remember, Declan Rice wasn't the world's best defender. He genuinely weren't. He used to make mistakes quite a lot.
See,
and it was when
you
we
agree with him, I agree with Zico.
He's a lazy. Zico's got high standards though.
And Emma's Mikey said it. Look, Tadibo lazy, slow, and fucks. I think that. I genuinely, I think that. But
well, to be fair, the people have spoken. We are keep again. It's marginal though. It's only 59%. So again, it's kind of split. So we're keeping Toddy. Like I said, we'll avoid Mavro because I don't think that's even an argument. I think he stays because for a team that have just finished where we finished, we're not in Europe. I think he's a good backup as well. He's a good backup. He's a good backup.
I mean, I'm not a fan of his, but to be fair to you,
towards the end of the season, he's probably a better defender. He was probably a better defender.
I've totally changed in. I'd rather see Kilman then Tadibo, then him go.
Yeah. Would you make do with this? Is the next one. That's the big one, Kilman. So, I think that one there. See, the only problem is with this one in particular with Kilman, because how it works with PSR with your rating is if we make a loss. So say in the accounting year, because we've only just signed him. So we signed him for 40 million. If we sold him for 20, that is basically we've lost that 20 million is going to impact our PSR. If we sold him at a cost neutral price, and it'd be fine. But yeah, and he's got a 7-year contract on over $100,000 a week as well. And the reason they do that is so they can, I'm sure, so they can spread the payments. I don't know.
Well, Chelsea done that, didn't they? That's how they got away with all their stuff.
I thought that was banned, though. I thought after Chelsea did what they did, I thought they stopped it from happening.
No, I think he's gone through, like, say it stops in like 2 years' time. I think like they had to give a bit of notice. I think.
Yeah.
We are in for
no. I'm with Trudge on that one. He says maybe he's old fashioned, but he likes his defenders like Milenkovic and whoever the other one was that he said.
But the problem is with that is that he's right. He is old fashioned because I love them sort of players, but you can't play like that no more. You just
you can if you're not playing out from the fucking back constantly all the time. And look, you can get hard bastard defenders that can also kick a ball as well nowadays. You know, that they are out there. The only thing with Craig Dawson is you can't play a high line. So then you have to play deep. He was perfect for Moyes' low block. Perfect. You know, he was made for it.
Do you imagine getting that? Like, imagine getting Milenkovic, or say we've got Milenkovic, and then that, is it Okie Koki? I can't remember his name now.
We should have got Milenkovic and Zuma in that fucking window. That would have been a good centre-back pairing.
Yeah, that would have been a good centre-back. But what was that? What's that other geezer's name? It's not Okie Dokie.
It's definitely not Okie Dokie, mate.
Agadoo.
Oh, yeah. Well, Agbadoo.
I know it's like Okie Koki.
You remember when we did our transfer deadline show and I took the phone call, didn't I?
Yeah.
And said that Agbadoo had been offered to West Ham. Apparently it was Potter, so I'm told it was Potter and Macaulay that turned him down. And that was a loan with an option to buy, I believe. I think it's 12 million. And if you listen to any Wolves fans, he's the one that's made the difference since he went in that transfer window, completely sorted their defence out.
But that's what I mean.
Pisses all
Imagine
over
them
any of our
two.
centre-backs. For about
Imagine them
12,
two
for about
in our
12
defence.
million. I
Imagine
know.
them two in our defence.
I know. Trouble is, everyone at our club knows they know better. They all know better.
That's it. Agabadoo.
That's it. Agbadoo, yeah. What did you call him?
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
I knew it was something to do with a song like Agabadoo or okie dokie.
It's fair to say that this ain't a split. 66% say sell Kilman, so that's that one.
Well, I'm disappointed in you. 44%. No, 34. No way.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, Mick.
Yeah, they are, but
Right.
I still don't mean I've got to be disappointed in them.
Right, so we've done defence. We're keeping everyone at the moment, apart from Kilman. We're selling Kilman.
Well, it's only 3 players, though, isn't it? So
right, here's an interesting one. We'll start with Alvarez. Right now, what I'm saying is, ignore the moods. Look at the player. Would you like the Alvarez that came in? Because if you get the right manager in, that player is still there. Don't forget, he was supposed to be going to Man United for about 60 million at the start of the last window, but he got injured, if you remember. He got injured. So there was now would be lucky to get 20 million for him based on what we've seen. So the player, Alvarez, would you sell him? Would you keep him? Right, Alvarez, keep or sell? I'm not going to say either way because I don't want to influence people.
Well, I'm going to say anyway. So, well, everyone knows who you think anyway.
Yeah,
so,
no.
So keep all day long. You keep. Do you know what's hard though? I know you're just saying about the player himself.
Has that one not started?
This system is
Start
just a fuck up for good players, really. So this system just doesn't suit him either.
Who's that? Alvarez. No,
Alvarez,
no, don't.
Yeah, they ask him to fucking watch. They ask him to do.
Right, the poll is in there, people. So start voting. There's no votes on that at all at the moment. I don't know whether that one's worked. It went a bit weird.
I get what you're saying, Lewis, about Alvarez too slow, but you telling me that he's not as slow as Ward-Prowse and fucking Soucek? They're all slow, mate. They're all slow.
You can afford to have one destroyer. If you remember when he came in, the first game when he came in, which was against Brighton, and the way that we worked it was he was the bottom of a midfield three, so it was an inverted diamond. He was a sole CDM, and the way that what we was doing was we was filtering players through to him, and he was just smashing shit out of them. So that's what we was doing. We were channeling players through to him. If you've got legs, you can have legs in midfield. You should have legs in the 8. There needs to be pace and power. Yeah. Dynamism, players that can do a bit of everything. But he is a specialist. He genuinely is, and I think he's a bit of a general as well, mate. I'd keep him all day long. He's one of my favourite players. He is. I know he ain't performed. I know he's been a bit shit. I know he's looked a bit lost when he's just come on. But like I've said, we know that ain't the player that we bought. No, it's the player he's deteriorated into.
And when Ultra says something like this, like you're saying, like it's maybe with the right coaching, that's what it is. All is for me, for everyone. So like you could say these are shit to Debo. Like you just said yourself, Nick, earlier on, if he was to move on, you'd see a great player. You think, like you believe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but I think you would.
That to me is all down to the coaching, and that's why a lot of it falls on the manager's shoulders, whoever it is, because they should be getting the best out of these players. You don't ask Alvarez to play a fucking number 10 when he's not a number 10. And then put Ward-Prowse as a defensive midfielder. It's ridiculous.
That baffled the life out of me, mate. It really did. But the reason that he does that is because James Ward-Prowse is good for ball retention. So the trouble is with Alvarez. Alvarez has played exactly. Yeah, Alvarez has played in progressive teams. So even as if you looked at him when we signed him, because I looked at all the stats when we signed Alvarez, a lot of his interceptions that he makes, his tackles, they're further up the pitch as well, because his teams that he's played in, Ajax, they push on, they play further up. So he ain't the type of person he ain't ideal for holding onto the ball in your own half. Possession-based game, that's not Alvarez. That's the reason he puts fucking James Ward-Prowse there, because that bloke, he's happy just pinballing the ball between the same 4 fucking players for about 10 minutes and not going anywhere. He loves it. Right, so we're keeping Alvarez. I think that's wise, everyone. 68%. That's overwhelming. And this is the thing.
Yeah, most Alvarez.
Yeah, it is. It is there. 124 people have voted. It is definitely there. Have a look in the chat, mate. It should pop up. Right, so that one's done. We're keeping Alvarez. That's the most votes on that one. Right, the next two are going to be interesting. I'm going to start with one that will probably be a bit of a bone of contention for people. Hang on, 1 minute.
I'm interested to see one name pop up.
What's that?
No, it might be the next name that you put up. It's one of them, but I'm really intrigued.
Right, starter poll. This is fucking up for some reason. Right, here we go. So I'm going to put Soucek up, right?
All right.
Because I know
so it's the other one I'm thinking of.
Soucek does divide opinion. Everyone knows my thoughts on this. Keep
Right. So when they're
sell?
voting for this, though, yeah. So when they're voting for Soucek, are we talking about as any player? Are we talking about as a starter or just keeping him?
No. It doesn't have to be as a starter if you think that he would be a valuable squad member. The other thing as well, do you think that Soucek would accept being a bench player for West Ham?
Well, in my eyes, I don't really care whether he accepts it or not. That's going to be the role that he's been told to play. He should play it. But yeah, I'd keep him personally. I'd keep him if he's going to be a bench player and comes on as and when needed. Sometimes he might not be needed, but yeah, that for me, yes. If he was going to be a starter, no.
Yeah,
I mean,
not starting 11. I'm with you on that.
I mean, he comes up with goals, of course he does, and he scored a lot of goals for us last season. But fuck me, I think he hinder us more as a playing style.
My analysis of having somebody like Thomas Soucek in midfield, somebody who will score 10 or 12 goals, which is fantastic for a central midfielder. Yeah, that's a good return for a central midfielder, especially for a midfielder that plays a little bit deeper most of the time. Even though not for us, he plays him in the 10. But for me, when you have someone like Soucek in the team, it's detrimental to creating anything for your forward line. So if you're in a situation where your midfield creates nothing for your forward line, who should be scoring between, I don't know, 10 and 20 goals between each of the forward players, if your midfield is detrimental to that, so your forward players, because of your midfield, are scoring fuck all because we're not creating anything. But your midfielder, who does nothing in midfield, but he pops up and scores 10 to 12 goals, that's the biggest false economy in the world.
Yeah, mate.
I want my forward players scoring. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's what they're there for.
So I don't get it. So keeping him as that type of player for certain games, for certain instances, to sort of bring him on, like you've said, in games, I've said it before, both if you're defending a narrow lead because he's good defensively in the box, or if you're trying to chase a goal, he's fucking brilliant at box crashing. He is, but not for me, not in midfield. I don't want to see him start in midfield next year, but he's going to. He is going to.
Yeah, I think that. I think Soucek costs as much because a lot of times he's a passenger in the team. So we are literally usually playing with 10 men, but then he'll pop up with. Plenty of times I've gone, Soucek is fucking dog shit. Oh shit, he scored. Spinny scored. You're like,
does it all the time,
all the time. But he's done nothing. He's done nothing for the rest.
The thing is, you can afford to have a forward player that does fuck all for 90 minutes and pops up and scores. You can't really have a midfielder that does that. Not really. Midfielders have to play. It's a critical part. It's the engine room. So you can't have midfielders that do fuck all game and pop up with a goal. I've always said, I would love to have seen Soucek just played as a 9 just to see how he did.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind seeing that. He couldn't have done any fucking worse. He's a big man. I mean, look, Cockney Boy said certain games I think he starts. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think
probably, yeah.
But like what he's saying, I think he should start pre-season and then that's it. Fucking
Soucek staying. We're fucking never getting rid of him. That's 58% who said keep him. Right, okay.
I think everyone loves Soucek. Like I love him. Like I think he's a great person. Like, and how he talks about it.
Right, James Ward Press, everyone. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. This is the one I want to see.
I want to see how many people say keep this fucker.
I want to see anyone who says keep him not. They're Spurs, you dirty
I'm blocking you. I'm going to find out who's voted. So you can't ever vote for him again. Right, hang on. Right. So this is going to be overwhelming, I think. But you know, the mad thing is, he's going to be the one that we build our team around. He is. Which cunt, El Chico? There are many of them at our club. We're talking about the Bald. We're talking about Brady. We're talking about Sullivan. We're talking about Ploppy.
People are just saying
about James Ward-Prowse
to wind up Nick. Don't bother fucking doing it because we need this. I'd love to see genuinely if anyone wants to keep him. Is it
Yeah.
what you an Everton fan, Danny? You put
Yeah.
Pete?
I think he'd do a good job for you, lot, mate. Evan. I think he'd be really good.
I think you should take him.
Yeah. And Soucek. A pair of them.
Oh, there's
He can
Avram.
say-
Hello, mate.
Evening, Avram. Right, so 124 votes. That's a high one. 88% have said, fucking get him out.
Yeah. And I think that look, most of the people that have said keep him were just joking. I think they're like just on a wind.
No, they're probably because we have other fans of other fan channels watchers,
That's what I mean.
fans of other
They're
clubs.
They're not fucking being serious.
So fucking
are they?
Everton fans and Spurs fans saying keep
That's
him.
what I mean. They're not being serious. It's all on a wind up. So I'm going to say 100% said fuck him off. Oh, mate. Well, Robert, doesn't that piss you off, yeah? When every time we get a free kick and they go, oh, they've got a free kick specialist in James Ward-Prowse. He's done fuck all, mate.
Right, now, so bear in mind, we're going to stop now for a minute because basically what we've done is let's build this squad slowly, people. So we had 95 million to start with. We're keeping the keeper. We're keeping Emerson. We're keeping Tadebo. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka's going nowhere. We've got Scholes. We've now sold Max Kilman, probably for about 10 pence. We'll get half our money back for him. So that is now 115 million that we've got in our kitty.
Right.
We're keeping Soucek, we're keeping Alvarez, and we are selling James Ward-Prowse. Not going to get much for him. 5 million, 10 million.
We can't even
So
keep that cunt away.
yeah. So I reckon we've got currently we've got about 120 million. Bearing in mind we're building this team moving forwards, right? So that's where we are. So as a squad now, I'm going to put this up. Ignore whether players want to, whether they're on the verge of leaving or anything else. Would you keep these players? Would you sell them? Let's start with Kudus. Let's see what would happen. There's not a fucking chance in hell I'd sell him. I'll tell you that much now.
No, this is something that bugged me all season, really. Like, people were saying that they was on his back. They was on his back. Kudus was back, right? And I don't get it because he was their driving force every time. None of the other players were making the moves. It's not the players' fault. It's the coaching and how they've been told to play. No one else was making the moves for him. He was taking on 3-4 players sometimes, doing it as well, getting knackered, but had no end product because there was no options there for him to make.
Yeah.
It blows my mind when people really go, yeah, he's got to be the one to get sold. He had a shit season. He's
playing in the team. We're quite often we've got 9 defenders and 2 attackers, right? That's typically the way that we've been setting up. So he's the biggest threat. I know Bowen's got the numbers, but he's the one that's most likely to make something happen from nothing. Kudus is in the team. And they double up, they triple up on him. And they can do that because they haven't got to focus on anyone else. If he goes to a Liverpool, he goes to an Arsenal, he goes to a Newcastle, you can't double up on him because you've got fucking threats on the other wing as well. That's how we should be playing. We haven't leveraged and used to the best of our ability this team. What's really pissed me off, Mick, really fucked me off, was that we've never once, hello, James, we've never once seen that midfield. Just as a fucking experiment with Alvarez at the base, with Paqueta and Kudus, that triangle, because you play Paqueta in the 8, who is a natural 8. He plays in the 8 for fucking Brazil. He's good enough for Brazil, but not good enough for us. And you play Kudus, who plays in the middle for Ghana as well, but also played in the middle most of the time for Ajax. A natural number 10, someone who's quite tenacious. Him and Paqueta are tenacious. They've got a little bit of pace between them. They can both carry the ball. Kudus can drive with it. You've got Paqueta who can pick a pass out from fucking nowhere. How that never, under Moyes, under fucking Lopetegui or Potter, not once did we see that. Not once.
No. Right, but then this is where, like, so what you've just said, and a lot of people that are saying no on this chat are saying no because his attitude stinks. Mate, but this is what you got to think, that wouldn't your attitude stink if you was at work, you know what you're good at, but then they put you in fucking somewhere totally different that you're not happy in. So you're not going to be happy. You're going to want to have a move because they're not using you to like the best of your ability. I'm sorry, but it's wrong to sort of say, but in my eyes, sorry, I'm not saying for you, but I think it's
this is a perfect example as well of when people say that we lead people, and we sort because that's what happens sometimes when other people watch these shows and we do polls. They say, "Oh, you give your opinion," and people follow. Well, they haven't fucking followed us. They've just made us sell Kudus. 54% we said sell.
Well,
So that's bollocks. West Ham fans think for themselves, right? You don't influence a West Ham fan.
Fucking hell, Evan. Look, people come to this channel because look, we do moan and that a lot of time. I think we have a good fucking laugh. To be fair,
we tried to.
Last season was a struggle. But we was all in that boat.
But
yeah, we do have a laugh on this. To be fair to you, but people come in for that relief, I think, as well. People love it.
Yeah, 120 million. We've just sold Kudus. I'm going to say no more at the moment than 50 million. Hello. So that's 170 million quid we've got to spend so far, right? What's next? I suppose striker, and that's only Füllkrug. So I'm not even going to put Bowen up there. There's no point. Füllkrug.
Exactly that.
I'll put Füllkrug on, and it fucking keeps him going to Fulcrum.
Hey, look, Mike, we have been asking Brazil's number 10 to defend his own box for 3 years rather than giving him the freedom to go and play.
It's such a wasted opportunity. The level of player that we've had at our disposal. I know we've had certain gaps, but we really haven't made the best of what we've had for the last 2 years, 3 years, which is why I've been perpetually fucking raging. Do you know something? Once all these players are gone, if all we've got is bang average players, of course you follow it, but I won't have the same expectation because you know something? Your expectation goes with the squad of players that you've got. If we do end up with a really bang average squad of players, then it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, he's...
Keep, sell. Right, Füllkrug. This will be an interest. This is the last one. Right, there we go. Füllkrug.
No, hold on. There's got to be one more. There's got to be one more.
Why? Who?
Because I think that you've got to go. I think you've got to ask for Paqueta. I think you've got to put Paqueta in. Forget his.
Oh yeah. But it's. Oh no. Yeah. I'll put Paqueta in there as well.
Say that he was like it's all clear. He can play football. Would you keep or sell him then? But for now, Füllkrug. I mean,
if we're selling, just so you know, if we're selling Paqueta, I'm ending the fucking stream. Right.
I'd say sell Füllkrug because I can't say his fucking name.
Right. So people are saying keep Füllkrug, and do you know what? I like him. I don't think he should be our primary striker. I think we need another. Well, it can be our primary striker, but we need another proper, full-on striker as well because of his injury record, because he's getting older, and because you need a bit of a different option, Mick. You need someone who can do something different. You know, he's brilliant when he plays. I think the team does seem to function a little bit better when he's in it. He seems to knit things together a little bit more. Very intelligent, drops deeper, links up play. I like him.
I agree. I do agree. I think that he looks a bit of a breath of fresh air when he's on the pitch alongside like Pac-Man and Kudus, to be fair.
Yeah, as Trodge says, we do need leaders like him. I don't know that
sorry.
That's all right. I don't know that Potter agrees. He clearly don't. I mean, look, I'm not going to be two-faced. I did come out after he made that. He had that outburst, and I did say that I enjoyed it. We enjoyed it as fans. But I said at the time, I can imagine that is not going to be appreciated because I saw it as an attack on Potter because it was, you know, he's saying that the players are not listening to him, which is an attack on Potter. Tactically, we weren't right. But also he was criticising lack of effort, which is a criticism of the players as well. It's not the sort of thing you say in public, really, in a team environment. But that said, people were saying, oh, no, you should say that in the changing room. Don't think for a minute he ain't fucking said that in the changing room. He's 100% said that in the changing room.
Yeah.
He ain't a shrinking violet, is he? He don't give a fuck. You know?
I didn't see that.
What's that?
He started on Bruno Fernandes the other night.
Oh, did he? Good. Little fucking rat. I can't stand Fernandes.
That's what I said.
Right. 80% are saying keep Füllkrug. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, if you're watching this, big fucking German, fans want you to stay, mate.
Do you agree with this?
What?
Because he's saying this because of his goals. I think there's a few people that feel the same way. Depends
if you're eyeing up a relegation battle or not.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, we shouldn't be in a relegation battle. But I think we will be because Oh mate, you're so depressing. I don't know.
If there's a risk that you could be in a relegation battle next year, then you keep Soucek, because you might have to start playing shithouse football again, and he's perfect for shithouse goals in a shithouse system. He's good.
Amanda, are you still watching? Are you still here, Amanda? Yeah, here's a comment for you.
Oh, I've got to do Somerville as well, haven't I?
Somerville is trash. Why is he at West Ham?
Right.
Paqueta. Are you a Leeds supporter, Marlon?
I'm going to do Paqueta, keep or keep. Paqueta, keep or sell. There you go. Come on, people. What would you do? Forget the court case and everything else. You've got Paqueta in your team. Would you sell him?
Say he's free to play.
He's free. He's free to play.
Yeah, that makes sense. Marlon is a Leeds supporter. All right, Marlon. Just quickly, would you want Soucek? How do you feel about your Soucek? Would you want him?
I think he'd do really well there.
I think obviously I'll keep Paqueta. I think we need to keep these players.
80% are saying keep him. Yes, that's it. You know, it makes sense. That's because I threatened to end the stream.
I don't know if that's true. I think that we've stuck by him in this court case. I think that he'll
He's do you know something? He's never not given 100%. He ain't been right mentally, but he wants to play every minute of every game. It can't have been easy what he's been going through, whether people think he's guilty or not. This is his fucking entire career that he's that's at risk. And do you know what? I think all credit to him. We all saw emotionally how it got to him. It got on top of him in that game where he broke down. That was fucking horrible. You know, that was obviously a breaking point. I mean, that was a nothing challenge as well, wasn't it?
See, it was nothing. It was a nothing thing. See, this is why, for me, when we talk about someone said it, about him being asked to defend in the box and that instead of a number 10. This is all down to the coaching and the manager. And we've had 3 managers that play him like that.
Hang on, mate. One second.
It's the same kind of manager. That's what it is. They're the same. We want a different type of manager. We want a progressive. Someone who plays a bit of attacking football. But when you've got defensive-minded managers, that's how they play. That's how they want them to play.
Yeah, 100%. Right, Paqueta wants to go. Now, look, I reckon you'll be hard-pushed to find any player that doesn't want to leave West Ham at the moment, maybe apart from Bowen. I'll tell you what, on Bowen would if he could get away with it and all. He would. Yeah. It's just, but you know, when it comes to he doesn't want to play for West Ham, what do you mean? I think as West Ham fans, if we weren't tied to our club at the moment, we'd choose to go and support another fucking club. But we're stuck with our club. Players are not stuck. They're not. You know, it's different for them. But all this, they don't want to play for us. They don't want to be here. What? Why would you want to be here if you was a... This is the 3rd manager in 12 months playing a different style of football. They hardly ever play in a way that gets the best out of them. And footballers are not stupid, Mick. They know what we pick up on as fans, because I do think that the West Ham fan base, Craig Bellamy said it before, and I do actually think it's true. Yeah. We are quite switched on. We know our football, you know. We can identify things. We can see it. Players can as well. They're more qualified than us. They know when managers are fucking setting them up shit and stuff like that. So, yeah, 75% have said keep Pac-Man.
Do you think this is an easy cop-out? Like, if we're playing shit, like we had been, and then...
Drop a like on the show, people, please, if you can.
Yeah, go on, give a little like on the show. But do you think that's an easy cop-out to say, like, players don't want to be here, or when a player does have a good game, they're playing to be put in the shop window? Like, they can't fucking win. They can't win.
They can't win. No.
Like,
look. There probably is truth in it though, Mick. I don't reckon.
I know there probably is, but for me, it's always been the same. If there was 1 or 2 players that was having it bad, then yes, that's when I blame the players. Up your fucking game. But when it's near enough all the players, it's down to the managing and coaching style. The players that we've got are not suited to play that boring fucking defensive football. So all we're going to get is players that are going to come in that can play that system, and it's just going to be a fucking turgid watch. It's going to be boring watch. So look forward to next season.
There we go. So Somerville, keep or sell. We've gone for. Oh, cheers,
Woo! Pew 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 pew.
Plug in BS out. We need to get Monument. Yeah, Mono Mate's firm involved. Mono Mate, do you remember that? That was funny. But yes, BS out, everyone. I haven't put the banner on here. I will do. I'll do it now, actually. Should do. I must admit,
Nice one. Nice
do
one,
you know?
yeah.
Do you know something? I'm going to talk about the petition. I'm a little bit dejected with how slow it's gone. I just thought because even because it's not a claret and booze petition. It's a West Ham one. So we set up a petition for everyone to grab hold of. James on E20's been pushing it. I heard Gio push it the other day as well on Hammers Chat. He did the same thing. Loads of people got involved. So and what I did was I went out and I purchased a URL. So it's now BS out rather than the stupid big fucking long link that no one trusts. People can just click on the URL now and it takes you straight there. And for only we're not even at 4,000 yet. You know, it is quite disheartening, and it does kind of make me feel like that apathy is properly set in with this fucking club now. It really does. I just feel like people just are right. I think they're losing the will to live with it, and it is a shame. But I just, you know, it would be nice if we could fucking all rally together and try and force these bastards out and have some say in what happens at this club moving forwards. But if we don't, I'm hoping that we get to 10,000 before the season starts, but it's gone very, very slow, very slow. So it is a shame. You know, you can't force people to do it, of course, but
no, but then it is something like when people like say we see it on, you know, on different comments and that saying, "Oh, this is stupid. Why would you do it, mate? Are you happy with how things are? Are you happy not being even
exactly.
content? Are you happy? Are you
doing
happy?
Something is always better than doing nothing. Why do people just want to go, oh, what's the point in that? Ain't gonna do nothing. Now, doing nothing does nothing. Doing something is always better than doing nothing. Pisses me off.
Yeah, and it is. It's sort of like I said, come on now. Especially the old school, like you see how West Ham used to be. It's not there.
No, we're not the same. We're not the same group anymore. So we're keeping Jimmy as well. 90% want to keep him.
All day long, keep Jimmy.
I'd like to see him play 90 minutes of football. I mean, that'd be good.
Don't you him and Amanda. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
There we go. Confirm in your email. Right, there we go. Confirm in your email.
No, look, Joe, I agree with you. Look, this is my stand on it. I think he's just going to go when he wants to go. But what we can do is make life as uncomfortable for him as possible. Being in that, because he's done it to us. He's made our fucking life uncomfortable. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
So let's make and if anything can come of it, lovely. But I've always said, even on that 24-hour stream, this is a start. It's doing something than rather doing nothing. Because we took the game, but now we're doing something about it.
It does do something. What I mean, concessions got fucking reversed. They got 20,000 votes on that petition. It does mean something when the people are together and they're but you know something, the fan base. I think if it get, I think the sad thing is people will jump on this, Mick. Yeah. If it goes bad at the start of next season, then you'll end up with fucking 10,000, 15,000 votes. But that for me is quite sad because then it just proves that we're a fickle fan base. And we just go wherever the wind blows. You know, if we win a few games, oh no, they can stay now, and you know, and it's just that then it's a bit meaningless at that point. So it is a bit sad. I wanted to do it. It was good that we finished on a fucking win at the end of the season, and we've been trying to push it, and I'm going to continue to push it. If we can get to 10K before the season starts, that's a good hefty number. It is over the off season, but we'll see what happens. Still got a few months. With regards to the season ticket renewals, I think it's been confirmed now 42,000. We had 55,000 season ticket holders when we moved in, something stupid like that. So we've gone down substantially since we moved into that place, and the official number of people that had a season ticket when we moved into that stadium that now no longer go is 29,000. I'd love to know what the amount of season ticket holders were at Upton Park, because I know we had a 35,000 capacity, but they weren't all season ticket holders. I wonder if there was 29 to 30,000 season ticket holders, because it's just a bit weird that's basically the number that now no longer go. I know we have got fans, you know, like my brother and like, you know, loads of people that was at Upton Park and that have come here. But in terms of the wider audience in that place, mate, it's new. It's a new audience. It fucking is. It's just it's different over there.
Right in what he's saying. Football has become fickle across the board. You're right, Kent, and I ain't gonna. But do you know what? What I always loved about West Ham, we were different, or I felt different as a fan base. It felt like a family. It really did. And I thought we was all together. But the last couple of seasons and that, he's just, I can't see how people are just content and okay with things are run right now. Like, even if they go, they don't like it, but they're just, we're not going to do nothing. That's not the West Ham, the passion that I know. The thing is to like fucking don't mug us off. That's the way I've always known it. It's just sad.
Right. Here's another one. Right. I'm gonna do this is the last one. What do you reckon it is, Mick? The last poll.
What, a player? Potter?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be.
Right, so the poll is, bearing in mind, we ain't sold anyone yet. We haven't bought anyone yet. So whoever comes in has still got the opportunity to build this club in their image over the summer. If you had the opportunity to wake up tomorrow with Graham Potter, would you keep him and see how it goes? Or in the bin, roll the dice and go again? What would you do? I don't know how to do that now. Oh, fuck that up. What have I done?
Same as me, mate. Same as me. It's fine. You know what, Kent? I know loads of people that love going the away games because I think that's where the passion and the singing's more. You know, like from what I see and hear everyone else talking about the away days, they love it. So it makes sense. It does make perfect sense. And one of my mates, he's got the season ticket and he won't give up because of the away days. He loves them.
Yeah, because what this poll will do, Mick, this will establish where the mindset is. I know that this isn't perfectly reflective of every West Ham fan. I know it's not.
Of course not. No, because we're one way.
Yeah. So, well, not really with Potter because a lot of people that was on Claret and Booze were happy with Potter. You know, there's a lot of people that are, but it'll give you the idea as to whether and how many people there are that actually think that it could go well next year. Because that's the only reason you'd say keep.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're backing him to if you believe in him.
Well, this is one. Well, I was going to say nothing until after the vote's gone, but this is one, and I've said it before loads of time on the channel. So when people say give him his season, give him his window so he can get his own players in, right? But we've seen the type of football that he wants to play, and if you're happy with that type of football, fair play to you. I mean, I can't get my head around it, but okay, but I do not want to watch that type of football. Yeah. So unless he's going to be a big surprise for me at the start of next season where he just changes his mentality completely, Potter, and he plays attractive, good-looking football, I just think we're in for another boring season.
John Barry says if he goes in January, which I personally expect, we'll get another firefighter looking for a job, which is exactly what will happen. And that is why that is why I would be more in favour of getting rid of him now, because if we get rid of him in, to be honest, he weren't the right manager to bring in. If Lopetegui didn't have as many points as what he did, and the bottom three weren't as shit as they were, we'd have been banging shit this season, big time in shit. So bringing in a project manager midway through a season ain't always the best thing to do. So we will absolutely go out and get a David Moyes midway through a season. That's kind of what you do because they're good at doing basic stuff. But you don't get someone who wants to fucking embed a new philosophy and a style of football in an already struggling fucking team midway through a season. You don't do it.
It's just so fucking backwards. West Ham are so backwards at doing anything. It's it's mental.
Yeah, so the time to get rid of him, if you're going to get rid of him, is now or at the end of next season, if we're not struggling for fucking get rid of the boring.
I agree. I agree, John.
He's boring, isn't he? He's so fucking boring. I mean, I've had this debate. People say, "Oh, if you went and got someone else in, you'd hand them out." I ain't being funny. I never once handed out fucking Bilic. I know I weren't doing YouTube at the time, but I got blocked on Twitter from some big accounts. I did. I got blocked from Dave with Dave and X. I've since apologised to him. I sort of made up with him, but I felt like they had an agenda against Bilic at the time. I never once would have anything bad said about Bilic. If I like a manager, if I like their personality, and if I can, because I'm not hard to please. All I expect is that manager is trying to play a style of football that pleases the fans. If that's what they're trying to do, I'll stay on board with them. I will do. But when you've got these boring cunts that play boring football, and it's just fucking boring. It's just boring, Mick. It just kills me.
Boring.
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, look, Lewis says, even if we got Pep, do you reckon we would have been playing the track? Lewis, I don't think Pep plays like fun football. He's just fucking sideways, backwards passing it's the opening. It's not.
Potter is a pound shot Pep. That's what he is.
Exactly that. That's the sort of thing. They're not. He's not a fun manager. Like now, if you're talking about someone like Arnie Slot all day, fucking long, I think that you'll get some entertainment from even Ange. You get entertainment from the squad that we've got, because when you look at it, Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen, Somerville, mate, we've got some ballers in there, but we haven't got the manager to get that out of them because they're too defensive.
I agree, mate. So look, this is where we are, right? So we're getting rid of Potter. He's going 76% is conclusive, right? They want him out. That's the most votes as well, 140 votes. So 76% want him gone, and they'd like to roll the dice again.
Mate,
now for me, what that says is, at the moment, we've got 100 because we've sold Kudus. We've sold Kudus and we've sold Kilman, and we've sold James Ward-Prowse. I think that's it. To add to the 95 million that the Athletics say that we're okay with in terms of our PSR threshold, you know, you're looking at close to 200 million there. So what you can now do is, right, you can now pay 17 million to go out and release Marco Silva from Fulham, and you've got 180 million to give him in a squad where he's got Bowen, he's got Paqueta, he's got Tadibo. So what we now need to do, we've probably got to go out and get another backup goalkeeper. We need a right back. We need probably two centre backs, I'd say, because we will need two centre backs, two central midfielders, and a striker, and probably another winger. That's about 8 players. But I think if you bring in a Marco Silva and he's got 180 million to spend, don't forget we've still got the likes of Potts, we've still got the likes of Earthy.
Yeah,
you've even got the likes of Callum Marshall. When you look at some of the players that we're linked with from fucking Denmark, and
look, we're not getting Silva. I'll tell you why we're not getting Silva, because he's not been sacked and he's not doing shit. But what I'm saying is we've sacked Potter. We're the chairman. So I'm saying if you was running the club right, so we've decided as a collective the players that we're going to be selling, which is Kilman, which is James Ward-Prowse, which is what do you call it? Kilman, James Ward-Prowse, and Kudus. So we've got close to 200 million pound now to spend. You can afford to pay 17 million now. We're running the club. We'll go out and we get Marco Silva and say, there you go. You got 180 million to spend. Fill your fucking boots. Right, but then I'd also say you haven't got that much because we're keeping Kudus. I don't care what the other fucking board members say. We're keeping Kudus. So fuck you, Silva.
The only argument I think that we've got for letting big players go, right, and that is where I do believe in succession planning, and I do think that with Somerville, we've almost got somebody that can slip in. Mate, he's not as good as Kudus yet. I know he's not. But if we can get him in, he's only had the one injury and it was a bad one. So once he's back and he's fit, apparently he's not going to be back until September. But you've got your left-sided player there. So you've got your left-sided player. You've got Bowen. We're keeping full crew. We've got a striker. We need a backup striker. We've got Alvarez and Paqueta in the middle. So we need a box-to-box midfielder. We've got Potts and we've got Earthy as backups. We need to spend a lot of money on a centre back, on a good centre back. That's where I'd spend 50 million on a fucking centre back. I'm not even joking. I'd go and buy some serious fucking centre back.
Absolutely, yeah. But You don't need to. If we've just spoke about it, we don't need to spend
Agbado,
40 fucking million.
Yeah.
To like get a, you think it's oh mate, that blows my mind. 40 million to kill me. He weren't even 40 million at Wolves.
He won't. But what I'm saying is, if it was the right player and the club wanted 40, 50 million from him, I'd be willing to pay that much for a centre back because
we've done it. We've done that with shit players.
No, I'm saying if it's the right player, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying to you, of course we'd do that because we've already done it with shit players.
Yeah.
So of course we'd do it with the right player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I suppose
he's going to go there.
I'll tell you what. Should we do one more poll? I'm in a poll mood. So replacement manager. I think I can choose 4. So what we'll do is I'm going to put Bilic in there just for shits and giggles.
No,
right?
don't. No, don't put because people will do that just out of love. So go.
All right, okay. So I'm going to go for Silva.
Yeah,
because he is. He's going to Spurs. But if he don't go to Spurs, we'd be able to get him. You've got Thomas Frank. You've got Carrick, who's been released.
My man Iriola. You know the Bournemouth manager.
Shall I put Ange in there as well?
You can put Ange and then put Iriola in because that's too hard one.
What instead of Carrick, I can only have 4.
Yeah, just do Iriola. Fuck Carrick. He got sacked by Middlesbrough. He can't even get them up. Fuck him.
Right. Okay. Not Sunderland, like you said the other day.
Sunderland manager the other day, did I, Nick? Yeah. I was going mad. Oh, they fucking sacked him. He just got promoted. Dirty bastards.
There you go. So,
Big Phil? Fuck hell.
There he is. Hello, Phil. So pick your next manager. Cool, I'm liking this. Do you know what it's going to be, didn't you?
Well, I can see it on the chat.
So we are, mate. Oh, no, Silver's taken over. I'd be happy with Silver, don't get me wrong. I'd be more than happy with Silver. I fucking would be and all. This is exciting. I feel like this is what's going to happen, Mick.
I wouldn't mind taking him, Steve, you know. I'll take Deserby.
Do you think it would be exciting, right? If, say, for instance, every West Ham fan was a member. So say you bought into, you paid £10 to become a member of West Ham and you had to prove your allegiance somehow to show that, you know, you had your credentials. Say you know, been supporting them or whatever, you got a history of supporting West Ham. If there was a forum, like a digital forum like this, where in big decisions, they would actually involve the fans and literally say, which manager and style of football do you want us to go for? We're going to run a poll. Imagine that, mate. That'd be quality, wouldn't it?
I mean,
that'd be the bollocks, wouldn't it?
Do you know what? So, who is it? I know it's a saying, but I think Nigel said this, that you can't let the fans dictate who you're going to employ. But to me, that it's never made sense to me. Like, it's not he's saying, it is a normal saying, but it's never really made sense because the fans are what is all about the club. So surely you'd want to make the fans happy, and then surely the majority of the fans should have a say in like who they would rather have. Because if you put a poll for anyone, and then at that Lopetegui was low, like he hardly got any fucking votes, but then we still got him.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, no, 100%. I'll get it. I'm going to leave that one running because there's quite a few votes, and it's between Silver and Ariola at the minute. So what we've got, Silver's just edging it at the moment. Silver's on 31. Ariola's on 29. And just dropped off big time. He started well, a bit like his time at Spurs. Started well, but he's fading now. It's fading fast.
I'm picking her comments out to help my thing. Yeah, Silver failed at Everton. He's shit.
But the so this is a team that we've currently got, people. Currently, a potential starting 11, yeah? Let me paint this picture for you. Do you think this is a terrible starting 11? So we've currently got Ariola in goal. I'm going to go for a 4-1-2-3. So it's an inverted triangle. We're going to play Alvarez at the base, right? Which is how it fucking should be. So we've got at the moment we've got Ariola in goal. We've got Wan-Bissaka at right back. We've got Emerson at left back with Scholes as a backup. We've got only got Mavropanos and Sadibo with Casey as a backup, so we need a couple of centre backs. But that's our back four. So Mavropanos, Sadibo, and Wan-Bissaka and Emerson. We've got Alvarez, CDM. We've got the magic. I'll tell you what. We've got the magic triangle. We've got Paqueta and Kudus in the middle. That's what we've got, right? So we've got Alvarez, Paqueta, and Kudus in the middle. You've got Somerville on the left. You've got Bowen on the right, and you've got Fulkrug down the middle. What a fucking team that is! I'm sorry, what a fucking team that is. Now there is a glaring issue there in centre of defence. So, but if you add a top centre back, replace Paul Mavropanos out, and you put a top centre back in there, and you have Mavropanos as a backup, that's a fucking good team. And don't forget, you've got Potts and you've got Urfi as understudies as well. There, you've got. This is what I mean. It doesn't need to be ripped up and started again. It doesn't need to be.
I don't think it does, because I thought all along that we've had a good squad, just shit manager and coach. But then a lot of people say, no, we need our squad is shit. No, there is a few players there. We've got a good team, but there's a few players there that should be fucked up. And I know, look, Soucek, I know that he scored them goals. But I'm sorry, he's not a player. He really ain't a player.
Right, I'm going to stop it there because Silver's won by 1%. There you go.
Oh, you dirty bastard.
There you go. So we're getting Silver. That's good. So we're getting Silver. Randy Bergsteller says, how you doing, Randy? He says, Nick and Micky, would you hire a Premier League coach or a coach from abroad? I don't care. I'm not that fussed.
Yeah.
I'm not that fussed. I mean, the Wolves manager I really like. Never heard of him. The Brazilian bloke. I've never heard of him. Providing we're getting in a manager with the right profile, with the right character. That's important to West Ham fans, especially in that stadium. We need to be able to connect. I think the manager should be. He's almost a conduit from the fans to the team. That's what they are. They need to play a brand of football. They need to speak well and connect with the fans, not pay us fucking lip service. Look like not like you're sulking and you're disingenuous in post-match interviews, but look like you're in pain as well. But with Potter, it weren't like that for me. He just looks like a fucking sulky brat. That's all he looked like. No,
you did Potter, and it made you look like you're in fucking pain.
Yeah. So, but it's like after Brighton, that was all, I don't know. That was terrifying. He did go through apparently he did go through the mill in that game, though, because it weren't just the West Ham fans that were fucking having a dig at him. Apparently all the Brighton fans were calling him a cunt as well and saying that he's shit.
I don't know why they was doing that. He done them fucking best thing they ever done was get rid of him.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. So this is the other thing. If you look at the reception that Moyes got from West Ham fans, he got largely a lot of love from West Ham fans because of what he's done. Potter's never had that. And he's apparently this nice guy. Moyes is a prick, and he got loads of love from West Ham fans. Yeah. But do you know why? Because you can't connect with him. I don't think you can connect with that man. There's I think it would be the same with players as well. I know he's got this psychology degree and whatever else. That doesn't mean anything.
No,
not to me. So no, I mean we're stuck with a fucker now. So we're just going to have to hope that we're both wrong, Nick, and that he proves us wrong.
I've got a diploma in psychology. What the fuck does that mean for me?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Who gives a shit about that? I'm
a black belt in no can do.
Yeah, but you do. You're quite well at that. You're quite good at that, you use it.
What would be your foot? Oh, mate, I know. I would have it in a heartbeat. I really would. But
what's this in?
What's that? What would be your thoughts on Di Canio coming in? He's got his badges to be the manager. Di Canio, I'd love it. I would. That would inspire the masses. That place would be full up again, and there'd be a lot of fans would go back. But our board will never do that because they like a yes man. Di Canio he's no one's yes man. It's never going to happen, But look, anyway, people, I think we'll leave it there. I think that was a very good show. I enjoyed that. Nice, laid back for Friday night.
Yeah, it was all right. So we're getting back into the swing of things of being a bit more. I prefer this sort of show because he's having a laugh, having a joke. Because the season's has been coming, people. I know, it's a bit of a downer, but the season's been dreadful.
Shit.
So it's been hard, to come on and that and try and be even a bit bantery. It's hard because he just drains the life out of you. Do you know what I mean?
It's been difficult. I mean, it's turned me off football. I'm gonna have to find the desire again. But I'm not even. I was always I used to watch all football. I used to watch Championship League One. I used to watch foreign football as well. Never internationals really. Never been that bothered with international football. But but yeah, I just it has turned me off it at the moment. I'm not missing it, and that's weird because normally I hate it when the season ends, and you're in the summer and you're like, because you miss your weekends, Mick, where you think, oh, what am I going to do without football? But now the mentality is a little bit like, thank fuck I ain't got football this weekend.
You know full well that I'm there. Like, I love my Saturdays, putting my little accumulators on and they're having a bet.
Yeah.
Winning fuck all, but then really, I don't know, it just makes a Saturday. This is the first ever season ever that I've been thank fuck that it's over with, and I'm not even fussed about the start of the new one. It's so bad. It's so bad.
It is bad. I'll tell you what we have got though on Sunday. So before you all go, I forgot to do this. Don't leave your comments in the chat because I won't see them. So wait until the video is finished, then go back into the video and leave a comment, a question. So I've got Sports X on again on Sunday, and we're going to have a section at the end where we take some questions and we get him to answer them, get him to go through them. So anything that you want to know, if you watch the first episode, this one's going to be very interesting as well. It actually is. We're getting into a lot more of where the money actually does go in clubs. A lot of people think it's agents, but it really fucking ain't. So we're going to get stuck into all of that. But if you've got any questions, like don't forget he's a talent spotter. He's an agent. About how what do you look for in players and what's the process. Just drop a comment in the comments of this video, and I'll take that and we'll use that on the pre-record that we're doing on Sunday, and I'll be releasing that Sunday night. All right. So thank you everyone for watching. Cheers, Mickey. Good to have you back again, mate.
Christian, I ain't gone nowhere. I just had a little break.
Good to have you back. And yeah, going to cheer us up. Going to play us out to a little bit of Moyes. See you later, people. Come on,
see you later. Thanks, people, for joining.
Well, I'd say that what MD's getting here with me is a very experienced Premier League manager. Arguably, there's only 2 or 3 who've got more experience, games in the Premier League. I think I've probably got the biggest win rate out of a certain amount of managers as well. So I think if you're putting it that way, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win, that's what I do. I win.
Ah, fuck, I've gone and pissed myself. What do I look like covered in this? I look like a fucking loser, drenched in piss. I was gonna sing about yourself, but instead I went and pissed myself. At least I'm not lost all self-respect until now, because oh fuck, I've gone and shit myself. Well, would you look at this? I'm all covered in piss and shit. Just earlier I was looking swell, but by golly now I smell, and that's too bad because I was gonna sing about yourself, but instead I shit and piss myself.